Mastering the day, how to stay focused and win your daily routine. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Single Parent Nation podcast, where we talk about real life resilience, rising strong, even on the busiest days. I'm your host, Priscilla Morgan, and today we're diving into something we all struggle with: staying focused and managing our daily routines without losing ourselves. Now, let's be honest, life doesn't pause just because you're stressed, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, or you're juggling a million things. But the right routine, that, my friend, is your secret weapon. Why is it that you feel unfocused? Let's talk about that. Let's start with some real talk, okay? If you felt like if you've woken up, if you've been waking up with good intentions but ending the day scattered or defeated, you're not alone. I'm hearing this and seeing this from a lot of people. Here are some common reasons. You're starting the day in reaction mode. You're scrolling, you're checking your phones, you're rushing, and you are multitasking. You haven't set clear intentions or priorities, so everything feels urgent. And your nervous system is overstimulated because of this. So you haven't grounded yourself before the chaos hits. I've lived this, so I can tell you about it. And I was constantly multitasking, checking the phone when I wake up, checking the emails, doing the parenting task, going to work, running the errands, doing the kids. And I'd lie in bed wondering, what did I do for me? Or what did I even do today? Because I was just winging it. No structure. So that's when I decided to build a daily flow at the core, like at the core. I Everything for me is scheduled. Okay, everything is scheduled. Here's what that looks like for me. The focus formula is what I call it, the daily routine that works. Let me walk you through the realistic daytime routine that works, even if you're a single parent, working a full time job, building a business, or even all of the three, like me. So the morning is really what I call the focus foundation. When you wake up early, whatever early is for you, what you want to do is wake up before everybody in the house wakes up. You got to pour into you before you pour into everything and everybody else. Okay? So whether it's 30 minutes early, an hour early, 2 hours early, whatever it is, wake up before everybody in the house wakes up. When you do wake up early, stretch, pray, journal, drink water, drink tea. Don't start with the phone, okay? Don't do that. Do like a 5 minute focus ritual. Like just wake up and just allow your body and your mind to flow for a few minutes. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'll wiggle my fingers, I'll wiggle my toes, then I start moving my body, right? There were times when I literally like before I had a routine, when the alarm goes off, get out of bed. And there are a few times, my heart rate increases and I felt like I was gonna pass out. Don't do that, right? Allow your body and your mind to wake up. That 5 minute focus, it's ask yourself in that moment, after you pray, you meditate, you're setting your intentions for the day. Ask yourself, what are my top 3 tasks today? No, if you listen to my nighttime routine, I've mentioned that when you pre-plan your day, it eases the stress the next day, and it also eases the anxiety the next day. So when you ask yourself, what are my top 3 tasks today? Honestly, it should just flow to you so easily because you did it the night before. Stop setting 10, 20 things to do in a day. Just focus on 3 top priorities that will move the needle. Okay? Create a start strong habit. This could be 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of yoga, tai chi, 50 minutes of reading, or gratitude practice, because that really sets a mental tone. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. As an author of a gratitude journal, I don't always write my gratitude. Well, to begin with, you're supposed to always be in a thankful vibration. You should always be in a vibration where you're always grateful, right? So something or someone may say something or do something for me, or whatever the situation is, I'm always finding gratitude in that moment. And even sometimes when shit gets real or things are hard, you know what I'm saying, in challenges, things come up unexpectedly, whatever it is, even when you look on it like, boy, I'm having a bad day, I'm having a rough day, there's always something to be thankful for. You met in an accident. Look, the fact that you met in an accident and you're listening to this right now, that's something to be grateful for, because that means you're alive, right? So there's always something to be grateful for. So, however you feel like doing your gratitude, which is sometimes I go for a walk and I'm just in my mind or out loud, I'm saying gratitude, like, thank God that shoot, I made it through my day. Right? So whether you're journaling gratitude, speaking it out loud, or just reflecting and saying it in your mind, you should always practice gratitude and be in a high vibration of gratitude all the time. Midday momentum maintenance. Listen, there are times, especially after 1, 2 o'clock, I'm brain dead. Okay. So what I realized was my job is stressful, very intense. So what I found is that when I'm done with each task, I take a break. So I drink a lot of water. So that causes me to go to the bathroom a lot. So when I go to the bathroom, I try to go to the furthest bathroom, because it's not just going to the bathroom, it's also a mental break, right? And most of us have jobs that or businesses that we're sitting most of the day, and we're sitting in front of a computer, which is not good for your eyes, not good for your body, not good for your back. You have feet. Those feet means you're supposed to be walking, not sitting at a desk for 8 hours. So when it comes to midday momentum maintenance, use time blocks. Listen, I don't know. We all have different things to do every day. So whatever you know what you have to do, whatever you have to do, set time block for whatever it is. You should know how long it will take to get a task done. One thing I was horrible at doing was giving myself wiggle room. And it was on most of my friends or the people I'm around, 98% of them are older. And one of my female friends, she was like, Pris, give yourself some wiggle room. And I'm like, wiggle room? I'm like, I gotta keep moving, and she's like, no, because I'm like so scheduled, so strict. But recently I still schedule my entire day, but I now start to give myself some room. You may end up traffic, or a task may take a longer time than you thought. Give yourself some wiggle room. Take breaks. Take breaks. As I mentioned before, every task that I do, I take a break. Get up, walk away from the computer. You should never be at a computer for more than an hour. If you're at a computer for more than an hour without walking away for even 5 minutes, that is very bad for your physical and mental health. This time blocking, and it helps you to stay focused. The break, it helps you to keep your brain fresh and check in with your energy level. Batch task. I know sometimes if you're the type of person where you control your meetings, try to schedule your meetings at a certain time. The emails or the text message or the phone calls, try to schedule those within certain times. You know what you have to do, you know what's best. Just do the batch task. Don't bounce back and forth, back and forth. It honestly, it's going to drain you mentally and physically more than you know. Throughout the day, make sure you're fueling smartly. Hydrate. If you're the juicing type, make sure you're drinking enough juice. If you drink water, make sure you're drinking enough water to stay hydrated. Make sure that you're eating properly. So if you're the intermittent fasting type of person, you know you're eating. You have some people that eat one meal per day. You have some people eat 2 meals, 3 meals, whatever amount of meals or snacks you're eating for the day. Schedule those and make sure you're not skipping it. Stop skipping the breakfast. Stop skipping the lunch. Stop skipping the dinner. If you know you have to eat certain amount of times for the day, or that's your ritual or your belief system, whether it's one day or if you're the type that eats every 3 days, stop skipping. Just create that schedule and stick to it. Because when you have low energy, you also have low focus. The afternoon reset and not crashing. So for me, when I take my lunch, I try to eat in 10 minutes and take a walk for 20 minutes. That walk is, especially outdoor, it resets you. It's almost like, when your computer starts to freeze or slow down, it's because you're probably making the computer do too much. And then what do? You restart the computer, right? So what do you think is happening to you, a human? If you're giving yourself too much, if you're doing too much or giving yourself too much tasks to do, eventually your brain is going to freeze. You're going to feel like, yo, I'm done for the day. Like, no, give yourself a break. Go take that walk. Go get some fresh air. One thing I start doing is checking in with myself. I check in with myself. So every day, like I said, I schedule everything. I have a checklist, I have a to-do list, and I check in with myself. Am I working on my priorities, especially the top three? Did I digress? Did I veer off track? And if I did, course correct. And try to figure out, why did I digress? Why did I veer off track? And then course correct. One thing that I do throughout the day, I love frequency music for, different things. I love instrumentals. I love music on a whole. I listen to music. I listen to music in the morning. Throughout the day, I may have some calm music playing while I'm working. And there are times when it's like, shut it off. But whatever it is, if it's light music, essential oils, I have a thing where at my desk, I have a lavender spray. So after lunch, when I get back from lunch, I spray it. So the light music, the essential oils, the brain boosting, whether it's you drinking green tea, mint tea, peppermint tea, whatever tea, I love natural teas. Go ahead, get it done to reset your afternoon. These things actually help you to get back into the zone, okay? Me personally, I don't think that we're meant to work more than 6 hours per day, because if I start working at 7, 8, or 9, by 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, boom, I'm done. I'm working on automatic, right? And that, let me tell you, in the mornings, I take my vitamins, my supplements. Two things that I take is rhodiola and lion's mane. That lion's mane helps me to stay focused. That rhodiola, because my job is stressful, it eases my anxiety. So whatever it is that works for you, make it easy so that you're consistent with it. When you make things difficult, chances are you're not going to be consistent with it. Now, let's talk about boundaries, breaks, and saying no. These are things that will help you stay focused throughout the day. So if you're at work and you see a family member calling you that's going to tell you nothing that's relevant, right? Because they have nothing to do, don't take the phone call. Staying focused isn't just about the willpower, it's about boundaries. Okay? If somebody texts me and it's not important or relevant, I'm not going to respond. When I have time, then I'll respond. So say no to distractions. Put the phone in another room if you have to. I got to the point, I do have a lot of apps on my phone. The ones that are not like my bank app or my reminder, my calendar, those are notifications I have to have on. Anything else, it's going to be off. I don't need LA Fitness app telling me I'm close to LA Fitness when I'm at work. Whatever app it is, I don't need notifications from social media. Whatever app it is that you don't need notifications from, turn it off. And as a matter of fact, if you don't need the app, delete it. Simple. Schedule intentional breaks and stop the endless scrolling. I mentioned before earlier, look, we're not, slaves. We're not AI, we're not robots. And as far as I know, because sometimes when you use ChatGPT, sometimes if you give it too much, it chokes. So why do you think that you should be doing 10, 20 things per day? Take the intentional breaks. After each task, I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break. I don't care if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm taking a break because my mind is not a robot. When it comes to the endless scrolling, whew, I see people scroll all the time, all day, and I didn't use social media as much as I do now, and it's because I have this podcast, this content creation. It involves being on social media, and so what I had to do, and some of you are following people that is not serving you. A lot of the people that I follow are people that are educational. They're teaching me something about myself, my body, my health, my mind, my soul, or business, or investment, or money, whatever it is that they're teaching me. That's the reason why I'm following them. I'm following them because I'm intentional about it. So sometimes it can be overwhelming. Like I'm listening to, okay, oh, cool, this is interesting. And I'm listening, but then I find myself keep listening, keep watching. And that is endless scrolling. So what I had to do was, now that I'm on social media more because of this podcast, I had to set a limit on my Instagram. I don't know how to do it for TikTok, but I had to start setting limits because those endless scrolling causes the dopamine to increase. It's almost like you're increasing your energy. It's almost like you walk into a casino and you smell that, what is it that they say they have in the air? Nitrogen oxide that makes you feel like you're energized and you are not tired. Yes, that's what those are designed to do, to keep you from not focusing. It keeps you distracted. And then before you know it, at the end of the day, you beat yourself up. I didn't get anything done, or I didn't get to finish what I was doing because you were distracted. So say yes to support system. Use a calendar, a planner, a reminder, accountability, right? That's how you stay focused. I have an alarm for literally for every hour because it reminds me either to do something or it tells me to do something, right? So my calendar on my iPhone, that has my to-do list. Like these are the things I have to do, especially the top three, right? It also, those alarms and those calendar reminders, those help me to keep track of the day. Like, okay, the day is passing by. Am I getting the things done? So listen, remember, the more structure you have, the more freedom you will feel. You will have more confidence in yourself because when you stay focused and say, hey, these are the top 3 things I want to do today, or this one thing is going to take several hours and this is really what I want to focus on today. When you stay focused and when you get it done, you're building confidence in yourself and you're also trusting yourself. Some of you talk about, I don't trust people. Well, do you even trust yourself to begin with? Here's some real life tips from my day, pretty much summing up what I just said. But here's what really works for me, the time blocking. When I'm doing content creation, I'm going to block time for content creation and I'm going to bulk whatever I do. If it's content creation, I'm going to do bulk content creation. If it's podcast, I'm going to do bulk recording. Because listen, sometimes I even bulk workout. I know that, okay, Monday is the only day I'm gonna have this week. Monday is the only day I'm gonna have to work out. So I'm gonna go on the treadmill, I'm gonna swim, I'm gonna do my abs. That's bulk workout for me, okay? Because I know Tuesday and Wednesday is crazy because my kids are in activities. I don't get home. I'm up at 4. I don't get home till 9:30, 10. So there's no excuse. So try to do bulk batch or batch whatever task you're doing, right? And I also like to get my workout done early in the morning because that kind of helps to keep my brain sharp. Um, I try to do if I have control over setting tasks for the day, I try to do it, in the early morning. That's when I'm more sharp, more conversational. My brain is not dead, my mind is fresh. I also keep, a list of tasks that I have to do, especially the top priority things. And I also reflect on my wins for the day because getting through a hard day, that's a win. Getting through a day where I accomplished my top 3 priorities, those are wins. Getting through a day where I've completed my top 3 priorities and I also started attempting some other things, those are wins. So reminisce on your day. And when you feel like you're going off track, pause, reset, take a break, do some breath work, journal, call a friend, go talk to somebody. Whatever it is, listen to music, do it. Listen, when you're stressed, do you know this breath? That's stress, right? And that's a way how you do breath work. So when you go, wasn't that breath work? But it's also a sign of stress. So if you get to that point where you feel brain dead or you're taking that hard, deep breath, take a break and reset. Your flow might be different. It may be different from mine. The goal is, or the key is to design it for your real life. Design something so simple that it becomes habitual, and that's the way how you're able to stay consistent. You are the routine. Focus isn't about the hustle, it's about intention. You don't need a perfect day. You need an intentional or a purposeful one. So, as you move through your day, just remember, focus less to achieve more. Lead yourself first so you can lead others as well. And just remember, you are worthy of a day that reflects your dreams and your goals, not your duties and not your to-do list. If this episode helped you in any way, please share it with another parent, single parent, a friend who needs it. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the Single Parent Nation podcast for your weekly inspiration, strategy, and heart. Until next time, go lead your life with purpose.